Association. I thank you. You know, Alzheimer's does have a face, and I've become Mom's Warrior this year. So I'm trying to start a trend, hashtag Mom's Warrior. So for everybody who you're fighting for, hashtag whoever your warrior is. So I'm trying to start that trend. But I really want to tell you my story, because I think if you hear a personal story from someone who deals every day with someone with Alzheimer's. Also, Alzheimer's has gotten a stigma that people maybe are mean or nasty. My mother is still the sweetest person, and Joanna and Maria can attest to that, as she's always been her whole life. But I want to tell you, about 3 years ago, my mom, who's now 86, she started to show signs of dementia, and she was hiding it. She was having trouble signing her name on checks, and when we would go shop together, she'd have me write her name when she'd use her credit card. I thought it was weird, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. But she knew she was slipping, and she didn't want to alarm anyone. She was in a perpetual state of anxiety, and that's really how Mom's dementia and Alzheimer's has showed itself. She's really in a perpetual state of anxiety now, and she really became afraid to be alone. This was an independent woman. She was independent. She moved to Florida when she was 55 years old. She said, I want to retire from teaching. I want to live on the beach. And she got in her car from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and she did it. And she drove down here. She was a teacher, and her hobbies were reading, and she would read about 5 books at least a week. Murder mysteries was what she really loved. And she loved to exercise, and she loved her condo on the beach. And my mom was just a lover of life. But about 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with vascular dementia, and vascular dementia is the second most common cause of dementia in older people. In Mom's case, she has both vascular dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And you know what? Caregiving can become anyone's reality, and it did become mine. I've learned so much in the past 3 years as Mom has progressed from being afraid of being alone and not being able to sign checks to transitioning into a memory care unit because she can't live on her own now. I'm accepting Mom's new normal, although it's really difficult for me every day. I miss the mom that used to go and see theater with me, and we used to go to movies, and we just loved doing that together. And we would discuss the plays. We'd go out for coffee, and we'd say, oh my God, wasn't that great? Remember how they did that? Because Mom taught theater, and she was a theater person. And she was a tap dancer, and she performed in theater, and she was a successful teacher. Alzheimer's has robbed my mom of her past and her present, and definitely her future. And Alzheimer's has robbed me of my mother. You know, there are no survivors today of Alzheimer's disease. I visit Mom every day, or at least every other day at the Memory Care Center, and we go for walks together in Willowwood in the parking lot, and I sing her Broadway songs, and we used to sing those songs together. When my mom was pregnant with me, she told me that she used to listen to Pajama Game, so that I came out of her womb singing Pajama Game. So I sing Pajama Game to her now, but she doesn't remember the words, and she doesn't even recognize the songs. But I continue to sing to her. The first question people always ask me is, does your mom remember who you are? My mom continues to this very day, every day when I see her, that she tells me, I say, do you remember me? She says, Michelle, I'll never forget you. But she can't remember her granddaughters' names or where they live, and she can't read her mysteries. This educated teacher doesn't even know who's running for president. And boy, would she have a field day right now with all the things that are going on. My mom was a proud educator, and she would be proud that I'm helping to educate others about the importance of Alzheimer's. And I've become Mabel Faye's voice. Her name is Mabel Faye Solomon, and I'm Mom's warrior. And I fight every day to be a warrior for every caregiver and every person who's been touched by this disease. And I fight every day to get us closer to a survivor's tent. We want to have a survivor's tent. I walk for Mabel Faye Solomon. I walk for every one of your loved ones who has Alzheimer's disease. And I walk for you in hopes that you don't have to experience this. And I walk to end Alzheimer's. Thank you.
Michelle, everybody, give her a round of applause. Michelle, thank you for the inspirational message.